emotionally influenced, because like when you're in a position, there is no way you could be objective about the answers you give yourself. It's always going to be leaning in the bias of whatever position you've already taken, and you're always going to be looking to validate that. So you wouldn't be able to answer your questions objectively, and that's why it's like doing the homework before executing and doing everything you need to do before executing is super important, because then once you're in the trade, you don't really want to be thinking about it. You want to be able to walk away and just let it do what it's doing.
Yes.
That's good advice.
Very
right, guys. Look, I think there's been a problem with the stream. It hasn't been live for 20 minutes. I don't know if we're on other platforms.
Okay.
So there's been a few issues. That's why I was being a bit quiet, just trying to sort all that out. But yes, that's really good advice. If there's anyone paying attention to what we're talking about, I don't know if we're on another platform, but that's great. So I think we'll probably leave it here so the team can try and get organized. But Stephen, it's lovely to meet you. Sorry, it's been a few technical issues today for you, but the things I did hear sounded fantastic, and I look forward to hearing more. And likewise, good job for getting in a trade, Walter, as well. That really carried the session for us. I really appreciate that. Thank you. But I think we probably better say bye
No worries,
for now,
Stephen.
and look forward to fresh sessions next week. So that's it for now. Thanks, everybody, if everyone's paying attention. Walter, Stephen, good to see you. Catch you in the next one, hopefully in 30 minutes.
Yes,
all right. Take care.
Take care, everyone.
All the best, guys. Bye-bye.
Hello, are we live? Hello, guys. Coach Paul, Coach Iris, how are you both doing today? I hope you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me.
Yep.
Yes, I can hear you, Paul.
Looks like
Iris?
my green screen is not getting put to use.
That's all right. It looks quite nice, just a green background sometimes. I actually quite like it.
Hey, I'll take it.
It's non-distracting. Especially when, it's a trading channel or a trading company. No distractions, just green. Works out quite well sometimes.
I like that. Yeah.
How is everyone's trade going? I please see a trade coming up on NQ. I'm just waiting for it to rise a little bit more. I'm just kind of keeping my eyes on the two screens I got here to potentially catch it. Just keeping my eye on it because I do see a short position lining up, but I don't know. We'll have to. Everything's just frozen on my end right now, so give me two. There we go. It's come up to speed. My chart just froze, and I was like, I can't see anything. But no, it's looking fine now. Yeah, I'm potentially looking to short it.
Yeah, I don't blame you because this, the ES and the NASDAQ look awfully similar. Their charts today, unlike yesterday, they look very similar. On the ES today, that 63.10 level, and we've mentioned it a couple times this week, honestly, over the last week of trading in general, 63.10 is somewhat of a line in the sand, it seems to be. I can show you a 4-hour chart, I guess, to kind of go over that really quickly. But
sure, I may interrupt you if this trade hits because we're only a few points away from potentially getting in. I may interrupt you if I do jump into a trade because we're only a few points away from the area I would want to short in. I just see footprint confirmation and I'm in. So, but by all means,
stay on your screen. Let's stay on your screen, and we can go over the 4-hour at another point, and I might jump into a trade as well with you here. We'll just stay on your screen.
Awesome. Okay, back end, could you pop up my screen, please? Oh, okay, we're getting to it. Just have my alert go off. Now I am looking for that confirmation. Dun, 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 dun. Right, so this is the area right here. I'm kind of wanting to get to this area here, and then I just want to see, buyers get trapped of some kind or sell pressure come in. I'm seeing a bit of sell pressure come in, but we're not quite there yet. We're not quite at the area. I want it to go a little bit more. It has to touch it. It has to touch it.
Yes. Yeah.
Don't reverse now. Do not reverse now.
Earlier we saw I posted it in the Discord, actually, in the Trading Arena Discord. That 63.10 was my area where I was looking to possibly get short or long, depending on how the order flow operates up here. We literally tapped 63.10 to the tick at like 11:45 when I was eating lunch, and I wouldn't have taken that trade off the tick, of course. That's more so like a level we need to see what order flow looks like right at that level, and then you either get in or get out. But the fact that we ticked that level and now we're heading back up to it, I think you're gonna have to see a lot of selling aggression to really take a short, feel comfortable taking a short here, because I think two other things can happen. We can either break through this level and then retest at the level to then keep going higher, or we can break through it and fail and then drop down. So that would be your short scenario, I guess.
Okay,
But yeah,
we're in the area now. Now I'm looking for some confirmation on the footprint. Give me, all right, bit of sell pressure, but they're not very effective. You can see the sellers coming in. They're still not very effective at this moment in time. I keep having my Zoom thing pop up very annoyingly. It's fine. I'll persevere. I am a professional. If we break this area, then I'm not interested anymore. So I'm just having a look. Come on, show me something. Show me some trap buyers. Okay, it's not the biggest. Okay, a bit of sell pressure. You know what? I might come in for a scalp. I'm going in for a scalp. Go execute. I clicked it like 5 seconds ago. Oh, that took ages. All right, and I'm just going back down to like these lows here. Potentially, my stop will be just above, so 25.50. I'll put my stop just above. Oh, the numbers are a bit different. Okay, that's odd. Or maybe it isn't. Oh, okay, no, that's fine. All right, I'm gonna have to have. I don't know. I'm gonna go back down to here. I saw a bit of sell pressure come in. I just want to see that sell pressure stand up now and actually, be effective. They're not being very effective right this second. The 5 minute, I can't really see much on the 5 minute. It switched down to the 1 minute. Yeah, we had that 61 just kind of come in. All right, a bit more sell pressure is coming in. Come on. You know you want to drop. You know you want to drop. Just a little bit. Not even a lot. Just a little bit. Little bit. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for a reversal. Nothing crazy. Just a nice little retracement, Come on, NQ. Do me proud. I know Iris loves NQ.
so her
Do me
boyfriend.
proud. Come on, sellers. That's it. Trap some of those buyers. I don't like how small the buy numbers are, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. It's not too bad. And then, where do I want to target?
You think somewhere around like 6302?
I think maybe back just
You're
to the top of this range. Yeah, NQ. Here we go. Here comes. Here's the reaction. But I want a bit more follow through from the reaction. This Zoom keeps, every time I put my mouse near the top, it's not allowing me to change, what do you call it? Tabs. You can see when I'm changing tabs, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
You could maybe. I was just looking at the. I'm pulling up my NQ chart right now. The 50 EMA is like right at like 22.995, 22.3 essentially. Maybe that would be a little pullback before it breaks out of that, that topping level, but
potentially. All right, we've got to the first, I'll say TP, those lows, which is not bad, but I want a little bit more. So we're at those lows now. I want it to break those lows. If we start struggling, because it is way bullish today, I don't really want to be pushing my luck, especially as a scalp. Let me go back there. Give it a few more seconds. What are we looking at? I don't like that 26 at the bottom. I literally cannot switch tabs because Zoom keeps popping up and blocking the tab I want to click on. Yeah, it's probably going to go back, so I'm going to get out.
Yeah.
Takes a few seconds. But yeah, I wanted a bit more aggression. It didn't come in as strong as I expected. I wanted to see more. Let me show you like a better example, a bit more, just a bit more aggression from the seller. I can't really, there's no real example in this moment in time, but yeah, just kind of a bit more aggression from the sellers and bigger numbers on the buyers being trapped, right? I want to see like at least over 100 on the buy side being trapped. and then those sellers come in quite aggressive. I might jump in again though if it comes back for a little retest and we get that second retry. What I don't like is just these heavier sell numbers, and now they're struggling to push the market down. Right, they're coming in aggressive, but they're not being effective anymore. Don't particularly like that. So either way, I would get out here. Even if I held for a little bit longer, I would have definitely wanted to get out when the 65 and 47. It's not looking great, and it's done a reject.
Yeah.
But maybe if we come back into this area, maybe take a nab at it. I think what we saw here was more a few buyers taking profit. That's what the 140 is. It wasn't true sell aggression. No real sellers came in, which is a shame, because if a bit more sellers came in, I think we would have had a bit more of a pop and potentially a better trade. But nonetheless, that's what scalping's about. You've got to be quick to change your mind if you see something you don't like. But yeah,
I agree.
we are very bullish. But I expected, just a 5-minute, 15-minute red candle would have done me lovely. That would have been beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It might still happen, but it might just consolidate a bit, dip in, and then. But that 61 is looking quite good. I like that buyers are trapped now a bit, but it is very wicky. It's kind of on both sides, a bit wedged now between this kind of area. Price is a little bit wedged. We might consolidate for a bit here, with buyers and sellers battle it out a bit. I think those. So. I mean, any big buy number is definitely fresh buyers getting in, right? If just based on the market, we're going up. There's going to be a lot of buyers itching to jump in. They're probably targeting these highs here, the high of the day. Mm-hmm. They're probably targeting those areas for a quick move. So the more buyers that get trapped, the better chances we're going to have a bit of a reversal to kind of, trap them. So ideally, what I would love to see is the market just kind of dip back up to here and print a really big, nice kind of buy delta, right? Getting 100, 200, hell, give me even more. I don't care. But the market just fails to kind of go up. And then straight away after, you just see red. You just see that sell pressure come in. Then I would jump in and you would just get this instant reaction of the market kind of flooding down very quickly. That would be ideal. If it happens, it happens. Yeah. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Either way, not a terrible, terrible scalp. But it'll probably take a bit of time. So feel free, if anyone wants to jump in and show anything, feel free. Feel free to do so.
Do you guys hear me today?
Yeah.
Yes.
You do. I still have the echo issue I'm trying to solve.
Awesome.
If you chat in Zoom with the back end, they might be able to walk you through.
I'm doing things. That. So just
awesome.
For on my end here, I'm not gonna try and do too much analysis here on what has already happened, but what I do want to say is my thoughts going into today's session was, one, the overnight inventory on the ES and the NASDAQ was bearish because we had a lot of selling overnight. So off the open, and then on top of that, we opened below yesterday's range and value area. So off the open, I'm thinking this could be a bearish day, but I am also thinking that there could be a little bit of a buy up that occurs in the beginning of the day because of the overnight inventory being sell side, that they could be, covering positions to then see if a move down. And it didn't happen as I thought that move, like a move further down, might occur like at 11:30. I wasn't thinking that we would take this long and we would consolidate this much underneath the S&P 500's value area low of 6310 today. But
yeah,
that thesis, that relative thesis, is still generally holding up. But like you were saying, Sam, on the footprint, you need to see aggressive buying try to happen at that level, and then it fail, and then we could see a bigger move down, to help essentially continue that overnight action. We're like right at the make or break area here. I would love to see, personally, what I want to try and trade as my setup here is a little break above the value area low of 6310. Maybe for like a few minutes, 5 minutes, it tries to break out, fails, produces a kind of bigger wick, and then we continue to drop, and then essentially the momentum swings down and we get closer to the opening print or lower on the day. So
yeah,
if that doesn't happen, if we see the bigger volume up at 6310 pushes us up, 6310 then looks like it's basing out as support, and we see even more buying pressure start to push up, then we're looking to get long. This morning, today was such a good day in the sense of, like, I had very good instincts today.
nice.
But it did not produce the green that I wanted to see on my screen. I only had the smallest of small scalps, essentially, for 2 points on the ES, because maybe I'll share my screen here real quick.
Yeah.
Very quickly. Share.
So NQ is just kind of consolidating for a bit, which is expected.
Yeah. All right. So can we see yet? No.
Back end, if you can put up
All right.
full screen. There we are.
All right. There we go. So this morning, knowing that I was looking for a slight bit of bullishness in the morning, because I was targeting that 6310 area to then be able to get short. Sam, I don't know if you were able to trade earlier this morning, but if you were looking at the footprint, I think it was like longs all the way. It was insanely bullish to get long. And let me do a arrow here. I wanted to get long at where this arrow is at, 62.89.50, anywhere between 62.89 and 62.90. I was like, this is perfect. The buy deltas were humongous, and I was like, I need to get long here to then target the opening minute candle of 62.98, roughly 62.97 to 62.98 area. Problem was, when I pushed buy market to get in, I had like 2 points of slippage, and I was immediately in the money regardless with the slippage. But the thought I immediately had was, well, if I was trading E-minis right now instead of micros, would I feel comfortable with 2 points of slippage when I'm only trying to risk like 4 points? Now I'm risking, let's say, 6 points to make 6 or 8 points. I would say no, I don't feel comfortable doing that. So I'm not going to try and validate breaking those rules because I'm trading micros. So I got out immediately because my setup, my risk to reward was off due to my execution not being as great as I wanted it to be. And then we had a beautiful move, basically up to 63.10, which is that value area low. But regardless, it was great to see, to be able to evaluate that order flow and to have those levels and it all to work out. It just didn't work out for me because I was trying to be I'm trying to be strict with the micros on my trading plan and how I risk versus what I look to gain. And because I think that's the most valuable lesson that you can teach yourself, is to make sure you're keeping your risk as proper as possible. So I missed out on this one, but I'll get it next time. Still happy with it, with the day. And hopefully, I think we're going to be able to get a trade here at some point soon. I think we're going to get something. So, and
hopefully, yeah.
And let me show the 4-hour chart real quick to show what I was talking about.
Of course.
I mean, sorry, there's a lot of blue lines, everybody. Apologize. But this 6310, this blue line right here, over the last week, look how many times we've tested, come down, tested, come down, tested, broke through, broke back under, tested, and now we're testing it again. It's a very hard line in the sand of buyers and sellers not being sure whether they want to be above it or below it. It seems like they want to be below it at the moment. When I'm looking at the 4-hour, it feels like they want to stay below, but time will tell. So.
Yeah, no, interesting. I didn't even know it's the 4-hour one. I mean, I rarely go to the 4-hour chart, so yeah, I never kind of know where we are in the longer term, but usually works
True
out
scalper.
fine if you're quick enough. Yeah, doesn't matter where you are. No, but you're absolutely right. It's good to have. It's good to have kind of idea. Okay, look, we're at a resistance area that on the 4-hour always rejected. That's definitely good knowledge, good information to have. This area it's starting to push down now, annoyingly, but it never really gave me another opportunity in terms of the footprint. I still think it was the right choice for me to get out, mainly because we would have had all this consolidation, but again, the numbers never really went that big on the buy side. I mean, 61 was like the biggest number. Not really that great. We had a bit more, sell aggression come in, and now we're kind of hitting those lows where the original take profit was. But I don't know. I don't think that's the real move yet. If it's going to really push down quite a bit, I mean, it could be. I mean, if the candle closes like that, that certainly looks like it. I may have just got out of one of the best trades, but that is part of trading as well. Sometimes you get into a trade and you lose faith in it for whatever reason, and it turns out to be one of the better trades you could have ever taken. However, I don't know. I'm still not convinced by it. I think it's a bit of a trick. I'm still not truly convinced that it's going to go down. Yeah, it's already kind of pushing up again. Now we've got a bit bigger buy numbers coming in. Okay, this is interesting. Kind of had that breakout. It's come back in. Got those bigger numbers. What are the buyers able to do? So I really want to look at this area here. I mean, to me personally, I think those are the sellers getting out. I don't think those it could be fresh buyers, but just the fact that it's on the same level, I think that could be some sellers who got in, getting out, went back to their just basically break even, went back to their entry. Just kind of seeing what is going on. See what the 5 minutes says.
If those sellers haven't gotten out yet, I bet you once we break above that high, they will be getting out, and there might be a small bit of a stop run of sorts. So,
yeah, absolutely. See, I would quite like to short it in this area, but I'll tell you the reason I'm not going to do it. It's on the 5 minute. You just see heavy sell volume kind of getting trapped, always at the bottom of the candles. I don't want something like this happening. You see it always whenever there's an uptrend. You're going to see heavy sell volume trapped at the bottom, and it will just keep pushing up, and never revisit that area. So if you were to jump in, essentially you would never even be able to get out. at break even. So it's a very it's a bad. I mean, the buyers are really trying it, to be fair, and they're not doing too well either. They're really trying it, but at the same time, we do have trapped sellers. There's something in me that wants to short though. I do. You know what? I'm going to short it, put my stop at the top of that candle. Give it a few more seconds. Let me look at the structure. Has anything changed while Is there anything I'm missing? These buyers are really trying it, but they're not being... All right, they're starting to be a bit more successful. Good idea I didn't short it in that second.
Yeah. I just was about to say the same thing.
I was on the fence. I kind of wanted to, because it looked for a second there, it looked like they weren't doing it, but they eventually they did manage. So it's all good. It's all good, but there still could be opportunity to short the market. All right, again, they're trying it. Here's the bigger numbers that I want to see in that area. Although the area has kind of moved up a bit. It's no longer a gap that's been filled. The gap is now up here. So ideally, I want to see it go a bit more higher again. In fact, let me get that up on Trading View. It's a gap from yesterday, so yeah, kind of it's a bigger area. It's kind of all the way up from where we are now to about 23.33. That kind of area. Anywhere in there could potentially be a short. I'm just looking. I think it's just consolidating, to be honest. It's kind of ranging. We're getting that typical range market structure happening where buyers trapped at the top, sellers trapped at the bottom, and it just kind of goes up and down, up and down, up and down for a while until eventually it breaks out. So,
Yeah. This is on today's TPO distribution, volume distribution. We have at this point in time formed a poor high of sorts again, which is another area where you look to try and complete the auction, break through it to make a more complete auction here. Not saying that that'll happen now, but I would not be surprised at a breakout here, to be quite honest.
Yeah. I think I expected a bigger reaction from the sellers in that area. The fact that it wasn't really that much of a reaction, it's kind of leading me to believe we might actually break this area, to be honest. It's going to consolidate for a bit, and then it build up enough liquidity and enough volume, and it will just pop. It'll pop up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're seeing these buyers. They're coming in. They're not being as very effective right now, but I think they're just eating up a lot of shorts. And let me check the depth of market. Actually, I've got the full depth of market. Requested it. They gave it to me. So beautiful. I get to see every level. I'm like a kid on Christmas. Honestly, I couldn't have asked for anything more. And that's pretty sad, isn't it? What do you want for Christmas? Full depth of market.
Oh, dude, that's so good. That. If I heard my kid say that, it might bring a tear to my eye.
Good son. Good boy. Oh dear.
Come on.
Yeah,
let's see something happen.
Those sellers, those buyers failed again. The one thing I don't want it to do is actually drop right now, because that would just piss me off. Do you know what I mean? So you're like, I was in that trade. I had the instinct to get in, but the market was playing with me. It didn't. Or aggression coming in. Okay. All right. Are they effective? That's the question. Are they able? Oh, you. NQ, I hate you. I hate you. I don't know why Iris likes NQ. I'm sorry, Iris. I know NQ's your boyfriend, but it did me dirty today. Look at this. It's just dropping now. Did me dirty.
But it is bouncing.
Oh,
It's bounce.
that would have.
It's bouncing a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, that would have been my TP, so it's kind of trade would have played out pretty much. Anything beyond that, I mean, if it keeps dropping, I haven't got a potential buy until we get to either the point of control or all the way down here. So selling it is really the only option I have right now in my strategy. I see nothing otherwise in terms of buys. Everything has been filled. This is just consolidation. There's no gaps. So I kind of want that on the 5 minute, you see it clear as day. 23 contracts right at the top. Ouch. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But hopefully it comes back. Nah, they're legit. They're really good. The moment we tapped into that, they defended that area, and it just jumped down again. Look, the buyers are trying it again. I could short it technically here, but what if we are in a range? This could easily be a range right now. We haven't actually broken the lows.
Yeah.
Then I would be stuck in a range at the bottom in a short position. That's not good either.
Yeah, this is one of those times where you want to get into the short, but you are at the bottom of it's the poorest trade location. It's just it's difficult. I don't know. I wanted to try and possibly short the ES, but the thing is right now the Dow is a little bit more bullish. So the other essentially not tech is trying to pull itself up by the bootstraps here, and it's trying to get a little bit bullish while tech is maybe sliding ever so slightly. So it's causing the ES to just essentially die right now. It's just doing nothing, or die in the sense of volatility, just no volatility, and it's just staying put. So if there is anything to short, I think I would like to transition over to the MNQ with you. Well, over to the NQ with you in general.
Yeah. I had a look at the ES earlier, and I don't know, there was something about it. I didn't really like the look of the ES. And I was like, let me have a look at NQ. And I just kind of preferred the overall structure of NQ today. So I was like, okay. And it got to an area where on the ES, I didn't have that. So, yeah. But the sellers, they're not pushing it down either, really. They're defending it, but they're not really actually pushing it down. What's the cumulative delta looking? Okay. Cumulative delta is negative. This is such a tough one. I can see it moving away, but at the same time, is this a range? Could this be a range?
Well, boys and girls, I think I'm back.
Wait, Darryl, it's lovely to hear your voice.
I know. I know. Yeah. Sorry about all that.
No echoing.
Is it all sorted now?
No, you know what it was? I had YouTube on another screen, so I guess it was coming in twice, but it was coming in like literally 5 times over from you guys. It was crazy.
Wow.
Classic.
But it's all good now, yeah?
But I thought I wanted YouTube so I could see the comments, but I guess we can't do it that way. So,
I mean, I've got YouTube up, but I just have it on mute, so I can see the comments.
maybe I could do that, but I just shut it off for now because there's too much going on.
Yeah.
And I don't need to bother with it.
that's fair
Yeah,
enough.
so I've been kind of following along a little bit with you guys. Are we trading? You on NQ right now, Sam? Or are we on ES? Oh, you're on NQ.
Yeah, NQ.
Go.
ES
I mean,
ES hit
I should
the
have shorted it.
hit its range high and it's rolling over a little.
I should have
Yeah.
got into that short. That was legit sellers there. They were defending it well. Buyers couldn't push it up, and we're flooding down now. It would have been a beautiful little short. That was top, but I didn't trust my gut enough. It was annoying that I got actually in for a short like up here. Got out here. We're meant to be trading coaches, and I just made the worst possible decision live on stream.
Well, we're still human though, right?
It's fine. Sometimes you got to trust your gut. But the thing is, look, I mean, I had to respond to how the market behaved in that second. I didn't like what I saw, and I decided to get out. But yeah, that's annoying. Now it's
quite
just
all
flooding
right.
down. Oh,
Okay.
it's
Now,
gapping as well, man. It's actually gapping.
This is where we need to like. This is where I have like a trend line going of lower highs essentially. Like there's another. This is another range compression day where we are essentially hitting equal highs but then lower highs. So we're just compressing in this like triangular range. And where the ES and the NQ are right now are roughly like towards the bottom of that trend line of the lower highs. So especially the ES, it's like they're on a tick. So I'm worried. I would be worried if I was a short that it's just going to bounce off of this to then break through that value area low of 63.10 on the S&Ps.
Yeah.
Strong.
Oh man, it melted. Oh, that's pissed me off. What a trade that would have been. What a trade. It played with me, man. It played with me. It's fine. There's always another trade. Just gotta drink some water, relax.
Always another trade.
Did you have
Still
any?
Made a bit of profit.
Did you?
But, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you have any trades, Darryl, or this morning, or no?
I had I traded last night, and I'm just trying to doctor up my screen here so I can share it. So just give me 5 minutes, and I'll have it where I can show you. But yeah, I took some trades. I was up for me. This was before the Trump announcement on some of the tariffs, where we just dropped 47 points in like 10 minutes. And I wish I was in that trade, but I wasn't. But I think I managed to pull a couple of trades prior, because I was just, when I'm on my desk and I'm working, usually I've got the market up, right? And if I see an opportunity, I'll jump in. But I haven't done anything this morning. I've been messing around with trying to get my audio sorted. So I think we're good now. I'll probably take a trade here because I take lots of trades through the day. I trade auction market theory over mostly anything. I mean, I do. I'm heavy volume profile, as you guys know, like you. But I base my entries and my decision making mostly on market participants and the volume and what they're doing. I like to play mean reversions on these rotations on the ES, which I'll show you here when I get a moment where I can share. And I mean, I try to pick stops. So I try to enter where there's going to be a stop pick, or some sort of flushing out, either up to a break high or a break low, and then I try to enter. So I'm entering where people are usually getting in. When something like, if it falls out, everyone wants to get short, I wait for the move to kind of make its thing, and I usually go long at that point. And then just put my stop fairly close to the downside. If it continues to go in that favor, I'm okay with it. I'm stopped out. But if it turns around and reverts, then I'm in, and then I'll scale it and I'll add more, and I kind of scalp around a position. I take a lot of trades. I mean, it's hard when people say how many trades a day I take, because I'm always adding, right, in a position. I could have 5 to 10 lots on at one point, and I'm just taking stuff off, and I'm keeping runners, and I'm, but I trade a lot. I do 50 to 100 round turns in the ES a day, typically.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes
Nice.
more. Yeah.
It's impressive.
Ooh.
Well, that took years
volume.
of pain, my friend.
Hey, we've all got scars.
I know we have.
From
We've all been there. Oh, my bank account is the biggest one, right? That's the telltale. Oh, man. Oh, man.
We've all got those scars.
Yeah. We are not pushing through. There was a lot of selling there, and we did not push through.
Yeah.
To the downside.
We're on the point of control, so it's expected. But
We are. I was just about to say we're on VPOT. We're on point of control for the day. Exactly right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the buyers are struggling as well. I mean, the sellers had that pop, but the fact that there's a bit of an instant reversal is never a good sign as well. These buyers, they're coming in aggressive, they're getting absorbed. You can see their numbers just kind of dissipating.
Yeah. Agreed.
Bit of, I think, a really tight consolidation we can expect at the point of control for a bit, and then maybe a continuation to the downside. I can't imagine. I don't know. I mean, it could go up again, but lately the market's been very quick to reverse and kind of just be in a huge range, essentially. So
Yeah.
who knows? We'll see what happens.
Yeah, because I think right now there's not really too much of a trade to be made. I think that short. I'm still graveling with that short a little bit. I wish you were able to take that. I wish I was able to take that, because I had my clicker over the sell market on the ES, because everything was so slow, and I was like, I can just put a 2-point stop above the high, and if I get wicked out, fine. It's worth taking the and I didn't do it with you, or I didn't do it alongside you. So
Yeah.
I just want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see something happen now. I want to see this support here break out through the 63.10 area, and then it gives us something to work with. Let's get something to work with here.
I mean, we've got a bit of a pullback happening. I'm going to be more bearish than I am potentially bullish right now. I'm basically bearish until we break that area. Then I'll be looking at bullish again, but then only up until there. So I am only looking for shorts at this moment in time. So if I see this time what played out here, I don't know why. I mean, I thought we could be at the bottom of the range, and that was the only thing holding me back. Otherwise, you saw it in real time. The buyers just weren't able to come. Sellers were aggressive there, and then boom, it just popped. Should have been a bit more quicker to pull the trigger and kind of just go with your gut a bit more, but rather than overthink it. That's just how the life is sometimes. Yeah. But this time, if something happens, I'm not making the same mistake.
Hair trigger.
Exactly.
I was taking a look. I was just pulling up some charts to look at gold and crude again. Crude might be consolidating for a little bit of a breakout here. Maybe I can share my screen real quick and We can just go through the charts, see if there's anything I've shared.
There you are. You're up.
All right. I was just looking at crude here. So, I mean, we've got essentially a nice run up in the morning, and then we've just consolidated between 68.20 and 68.60. So maybe we could find a setup where it looks, obviously it's more bullish on the day. So I would probably want to look to the bull side here, maybe pull up the 1 hour. All right, so we see that there is definitely some resistance at the 68.80 to 69 area right now. So that would be a kind of a quicker trade if we wanted to get long closer to the bottom of the range of like 68.30 for maybe a trade up to like 68.70-ish, 68.80.
Do you hear me?
Let's take a look.
Yes, we
Hey.
hear you.
Yes.
Iris,
Hi, Iris.
you're back.
No one hears me?
We hear you. Yes, we do.
We hear you.
Wait,
Loud and
yeah.
clear.
Oh, Darryl, oh, you hear me? Okay.
We hear you. We all hear you.
Hallelujah.
We can all hear
Thank
you.
you.
I hope
Welcome back
everything's
to Earth.
And then
I'm
I was
sorry,
the same-
guys.
I was
We're
in
just
space
using
like you were.
this to get it perfectly.
Well, it looks like
Thank
on
you.
gold. It looks like on gold, we're kind of double, or actually possibly triple topping here on the hour as well. So that was a really good short area of 33.75 that I didn't have my eyes on this at all. Just pulling up the charts now for the first time in 24 hours. So
There seems to be a lag, guys.
Yeah, there is a lag. Just keep that in mind.
There's a couple seconds, yes.
So maybe look to the short side here.
I think there's a lag, so I think it's a little bit weird. So I think when I say something, you might hear it a little bit later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just continue, guys. I'm listening to you.
No problem.
All right. Do I get long gold here? Let's see. I want to get long gold.
Nice.
You going to hold us over the weekend?
No, definitely not.
It's future, so I know you're not.
Definitely, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know you already know more about me, maybe than I know about me. I am not one to hold any positions over the weekend on futures.
I don't either.
That's for sure. Not that brave and bold.
The amount of margin you need to hold it is pretty steep. If it's a mini, anyway.
Right. Yeah.
And the way the news has been, oh my God. It used to be safe over the weekend for most of this stuff, but now things come out Saturday morning, Sunday before the open. I mean, you can't. It's crazy. Totally
It's
crazy.
gonna gap like crazy.
Yeah, then you
Pretty
open up
much
your
gapped
gap
almost
one way or the
every-
other. Yes,
Every
Agreed.
weekend has almost gapped.
I agree,
crazy,
Sam.
yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
So the only reason I even so I just got long gold here. I saw this double bottom real quick, and then the push higher on decent volume here. So figured let's get long gold. Let's dip our toes in the micro gold futures world here and see what we can get. I want to pull up my heat map here, my order flow here on gold to get a more minuscule specific look at how the orders. I want to see if there's any big lots going on anywhere up above or below. So there's 110 lots at the bid at the low of 33.63.9 on gold right now. So basically, there's a support bid where that double bottom occurred on the 1 minute, and there is no big offers to the upside for quite a while. So I like this. I like this. I think this could go well here.
Yeah, really nice. By the way, Robert's back in the chat. He actually shorted NQ where we were talking about shorting it, and his TP got hit. He shorted it at 22,994. So beautiful entry. Well done, Robert. Well done. You were more brave than me getting in that trade, so it paid off.
Love
Paul,
to hear it.
I hear you say that you were getting mad at NQ, and I couldn't say anything.
Yeah.
No, not my baby.
It's okay. I'll
Did
forgive
you get
NQ
stopped
now.
up? Okay.
No. I made a profit, but
Good.
I got out the trade really early, and then it just melted down, and I was annoyed that I didn't hold it, basically. And I blamed NQ for that, because naturally it's never the trader's fault, it's the market's fault.
Mm-hmm.
So just an FYI on.
I'm going to take a step.
Oh, sorry, Iris.
Long.
Go ahead, Sam. Go ahead, Iris.
I'm just going to take a long until 23,008.
So that YouTube solution, Sam, was correct. When you mentioned Robert, I logged back into YouTube and I muted. As soon as I muted, the echo stopped. So that was the culprit.
Nice.
Because I thought we were done yesterday.
Glad it's all figured out.
So yeah, I know we're just kind of testing as we're going live, but it's okay.
Robert also did it on his Hola Prime Futures account. So
yeah, I know. I see
stuff.
that. That's cool. That is good.
Nice,
I think Robert may be out by me. I think Robert's a SoCal boy. Are you a SoCal boy, Robert? If you're listening, give us a mention in there. Give me a mention.
He is, yeah. California, he mentioned.
Isn't he? I think he is.
Yeah.
Good job, Robert.
So
honestly, we should have taken that with you.
Yeah.
Are you long on this, Paul?
Yeah, I am. The open outcry.
Do you have a take profit up above, or are you just sitting on stop
I'm not. I'm not putting a. Yeah, I'm not putting a take profit. I'm just putting my stop, and I do not have much experience trading gold specifically, so I want to. And also, the thing is right now we're trading outside of like the regular hours for gold. At 1:30 is usually, I guess, the end point there, and then it lightens up on volume. So, but I want to learn how to trade, gold overnight and whatnot when we're going to be doing, if we're doing any like night session stuff or anything. I would like to learn how to trade those less liquid time zones. So this will be a good one, I think. I'm liking what the heat map is showing me for now. So,
are you in a trade for gold now?
Yeah. Nice. Yes, I am.
Iris, you jumped into a long, didn't you?
Yes. So my TP is 23,008.
Do you want to quickly get your chart up, because it's about to TP, and it'll be good to.
Yeah. It's a very short trade.
And to the back end, if you can get Iris's charts up.
There we go. Nope.
Oh,
almost.
that's maybe my fault. Okay, I think that's. I don't think they have anything. Yeah.
Yeah, share your screen in Zoom.
Yeah.
Let me just double check my trade before I. Oh, it's going down. Let me. Okay.
You guys could. Why don't you pull mine up? I'll probably get in here on the ES.
Yeah.
If the back end can throw me up.
All right.
I'm just watching now the trade, guys, because it just sort of like did something I didn't like.
That's my screen. Get Darryl's charts
Pull up
please.
Darryl's if you guys can. Yeah.
Okay, let me just double check how I can share. I'm just getting out with small profit.
No problem.
So,
Darryl,
where do
are you
I
still
share?
sharing your screen?
That's what I'm going to look at. Maybe with all this in and out, I didn't do it. One sec. Yeah, that would. Sorry, boys.
I'm sorry, guys. Also for my.
I'm back. I'm sharing now. I apologize. That was the deal. Boy.
That's all right. It happens.
Okay, so you see my screen?
Yes.
I think we see. Okay, so, I mean, this is going back. This was yesterday. This little volume profile here for the session. Here we are today. I'm looking right here. This was the overnight high. Nope. I don't want to do that. I want to move it. Our overnight high was right here. We've been right off the overnight high. So here's overnight high. Here's our session today. This is just a 5-minute candle, but I don't really use candles, so I go down to even 1 second candles if I need to. But this is just to show we rotated down, right? This is the IB low, first hour. This is our low of day. This blue is our high of day. We're back up here again. When we were talking, guys, about 15 minutes ago, we were close to VPOC, right? We came down to this whole profile is what we're just basically seeing here today, right? In RTH hours. So I'm looking at the point of control as obviously retail price, most popular volume, as we know. We're back up here. We keep coming back up here. A lot of people would probably say we're going for a breakout and they want to make that move. They want to go long. I want to see what happens if we do a stop pick. Oops. Let me get out of that. Because we could break out. We very easily could break out, but we could turn around and come back down to point of control or further and just continue another rotation here. It is Friday. I don't know if we're going to aim for another all-time high. We did it obviously yesterday. We finally closed at all-time highs in the ES yesterday. But for me, I'm gonna go short here. I'm gonna get in with a couple of lots short, and I'll move my stop just a hair up here, and I'm gonna put a take profit down here a little below VPOC, point of control. And what that does for me, and I'll scale. So what I'll do is if this thing turns around and starts to come in my favor, I'll maybe move one contract to break even or further. If I can get 5 points out of this. So typically I do a 5-point stop and a 10-point take profit, 20 ticks and 40 ticks respectively. But if I can get out with one, I keep the runner on. And basically, I buy my stop, right? I buy the right to hold it there, and I'll sit in this trade. It could be a quick trade, or it could be hours, and I don't care because at that point I'm like risk neutral, and I've just let the market dictate what it wants to do, and then I'll trail my stops from there, and even move my take profit further if it's going further in my favor. So I'm just sitting here. I just got in, and we're obviously dropping down a bit from when I got in. I got in at what, 63.10.5. So I'm not going to do anything to move my stop yet. And my stop is I've only put a 2.5 point stop. I can go further out. But the point for me is I don't want to go further out, because if we do break high and pick up all these stops that are sitting here, because there's stops sitting here. There's stops sitting here from last night where we reached the overnight high. And then what happens is short sellers are going to put a stop up here, right? So there's stops been sitting here. So there's liquidity up here. There's stops sitting here all morning in the RTH. And we could just rip through and collect those stops, which obviously convert to market orders. And that's why we see, price action move so quickly when it does these things. But we can do a stop pick, go up 2 or 3 points, and catch everybody and trap those guys, and then fall right back down. We haven't really done that. We came up, but we didn't have a lot of energy with it, right? So to me that's right now. This is just because I trade really discretionarily at this point. I have a feel. I trade only the ES. I look at it all the dang time for years and years and years. So I kind of, the NQ's Iris's boyfriend. This may be my second wife or my mistress. I don't know, but I love the ES, right? I just, and whether it moves fast or moves slow, I just have a feel for market behavior here. So anyway, basically this tells me we came up here, right? And yeah, we could have had 1, 2, 3 times just trying to break out, but it could also roll back over slowly. And it's not moving very quickly, right, Sam? We've mentioned that a few times already. It doesn't have a lot today, and that's okay. I don't mind that about the ES. The NQ is a total different animal as far as I'm concerned. There's just way more volatility and range, but it's a different instrument. So anyway, I'm blabbering, but I'm just looking at this point here, this high volume or this low volume node at the top of our profile, right? It just, like I said, it could either break out or it could come back down. So I'm playing the downside right now. And we'll see what happens.
I love it, man. I love the perspective. I very much enjoy seeing traders look for those like stop hunt areas and like taking advantage of them. Like it's such a, I feel like it's cool. It's like cool. I'm like, man, Darryl's so cool. I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to do this.
I mean, so much of what we do with trading, right, ties into many disciplines, but this is my edge in a way, because looking at how the participation is working here and the auction, that's kind of an edge to me. And I have other things on here, and we'll get in more of this on Monday when we start to be on session for the open, where I'm tracking high probabilities based on what has happened in the overnight. So it's really crucial for me when Chicago or New York time opens, that I know where the ES has traded previously in the session right before, and then that gives me targets to aim for. Whether we get responsive selling and it goes long because we're just profit taking for the first 10 or 15 minutes or whatever, and we'll have plenty of time to go through all those, my thought process. And again, this is just how I trade. But I'm also one that thinks we could have all taken the same exact trade, and you guys could have gone long, and we both could have made money if we managed to trade properly. I'm very much aspired to the randomness of the market, right? And I don't really subscribe to the market's trying to get me in particular, or take the wee little retail trader. Even if I'm trading 100 lots, I'm still a wee little trader in the whole scheme of things, right? We're not hedge funds here. We're not market makers. We're nothing. We're just little nothings. So I really look at and I think I'm trading against my competition. My competition is the retail trader. So what does retail traders think? They think right here, oh, I got to get long because it keeps trying to push through. We're going to get long right here. Oh, maybe, but maybe not. But here's the other thing. Right at the top here, Now this has been our resistance since last night. So if we do break high and go through this, all of a sudden what happens? Resistance becomes our support, and oftentimes. So we come back, and then now we're bouncing off of this, and we've got to really put some energy through to come back further south if we're coming further south. So
Yeah,
those are just thoughts that I have.
it's very nice.
And you can see now my
very,
trade's
very
coming
nice.
back up to me.
I think our trades are relatively correlated in a negative fashion because my long gold is doing really well and your short on the ES is doing
coming
well,
back up
so,
to me. Yeah, it's okay. It's coming back to me, but anything can happen here, and I'll let it take me out. Usually, there's times where I will go ahead and I'll pull the trigger, but.
I actually did just get out for a 3 point. So I got 30 ticks on the gold right there.
It's good.
It was, I got in at 33.67 and I got out at 33.70, which was a short-term area of possible resistance. For my first gold trade on the Hola Prime platform, I'm pretty happy with that, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
To be able to see that in real time very quickly and just get in on a trade there, but yeah, looks like
I love the Project X platform here, and a lot of our traders need to be on this. But if you look at today I'm up almost 1,000, right? Yesterday, so I've just been dipping my toes here into the new platform. I love it, but it's cool because you can track all of this, and I think it's fantastic. It's very clean and easy. Yeah.
Absolutely.
it's very true.
Anyway, so I'm just gonna sit. I'm gonna sit here in this thing and let it play out. If you guys want to, if Iris, I don't know if you're able to share your screen. You want to take over, by all means.
No, go ahead. I'm still trying to improve some settings.
So
trying to figure out.
You can
what,
notice now it's coming back in my favor, guys. Is going south here on
so
the ES
just a
bit.
question. So no one of you sees one of you, the other person lagging, right?
No,
Well,
I'm laggy. I'm
there's a
moving my
slight
cursor
lag.
here live on mine. It's laggy by a second or so.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if something is wrong with my internet. So that's why I'm just double checking. So I'm sorry, I'm not that.
I don't think it's the internet. I mean,
involved.
I have 1 gig fiber speed, and I still have a second delay or so on this.
Yeah, it's pretty standard.
It's just a
little bit of a lag.
Yeah, mine is a little bit more than just a little bit sometimes. So I'm just trying to figure out. Yeah. We want it perfect.
Do anyone of you guys? I was going to ask Paul or Sam maybe. Do you guys know how to? I love how you can move these, stop losses and take profits by just dragging and moving, but I can't. Like I've got 2 lots on here. I can't for the life of me figure out how to break out. Like if I wanted one contract to move and keep the other one right where it's at, I don't know how to do that yet. But
I truly don't know, but I'll ask someone in the business team. They'll be able to probably help you out with that.
I've been.
The only way I've done
I'm
it,
still very new to this
Darryl.
platform.
Yeah.
The only way I've done it, Darryl, is where I do 2 stops separately, and then I can move them, like both of them separately.
I tried doing that last night. So on the trades I was in last night, I did where I entered, like I'd enter, there's 1 lot, and then I waited 5 minutes and I entered in a different spot, right? And I kept them separate. And I could do it that way. But if I join them in the same, like if I move them to the same place to start, right, just to cover my butt, because I typically like to enter with brackets. We don't have brackets on this platform, but this is good because it is almost like a bracket. When you enter, you can drag and you can just instantly move it. But I wish I could separate out. But anyway, you can see here, guys. Now this has come down.
I have the same question, Darryl.
Okay, we'll figure it out. So what did I enter? I entered 63.10. We're down here at 63.06. going to move to break even. I'm going to go a little past break even. And I usually go a little past break even to cover fees, because to me, if it goes to break even, I'm still paying fees, right? So if I want to truly be break even, I want to maybe get a couple of ticks out of it or something. And if it comes here and it, essentially scratches me, cool, because it's come back up in a quick hurry here.
Yeah. This range compression is just it's a strong one, and it's boring.
I'm going back out. So what I just decided to do, I moved it to a little bit past break even, right? But I'm going to stay in this trade because I think it's just coming up and it's going to mean revert. Now, I look at mean reversion a little differently. So see how right here we have a, wait, how do I get on my brush? There we go. We got a point of control for this little micro profile, right? And so we got a low volume node here, and this rotation, we've been rotating right in it. So we've just been kind of in and out, in and out. We may be coming up here, and we may not get all the way down to the point of control for the session, which is further down. I got to zoom out to get that to come up. Which is down. Yeah.
62.99, I think.
Yeah, I'm showing 63.02. Well, no, that's because it's adjusting as I move it. But my point being is this little. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. Where's my? No, sorry guys.
That's all right.
How do I clear my drawings?
Usually
I think
right
if you
click.
right click,
Remove
drawings. Yeah.
Okay, that took it off. Okay. So yeah, see, you guys don't see my cursor on the share screen, do you?
Yeah, no, we don't.
You don't see my. Now you
I
see
think
my
that's another
crosshair.
setting.
Okay. Because I've been when I've been drawing, did you see did you see when I did the ink? Oh yeah, you see that.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we saw that.
God,
yeah,
that's weird. That's weird. Why we don't do this? Okay, well, yeah, you're only seeing my price on the side move. Okay, well, anyway, I'm looking at this little, what I just drew, this little thing as a mean reversion, right? So we'll come up to the top, and if we go break through it, like I said, then I'm out of this trade, essentially. Otherwise, I'm just playing this little thing right here. Now, if it wants to go further down, it's got to get past. Let me put this back in. It's essentially got to come to here, or get to the next point of control on the next little mini profile, right? So you got a whole day's profile here. Let me go to a 15-minute chart, much easier than a 1 minute. So you see how the blue, these are little ones, but we've got an entirely different stone brush. So we got entirely different, this is today's action right here, right? This is our profile. So I'm looking at little ones in between. If we were to come down here even, I'd be looking at this small one. Because if we were trading down low at the bottom here, let's say we did not break to the south and really went further down to the, 270 and 265, et cetera, I would look and say, okay, well, we've got participants do not want to go lower. This price is, not what they want. They want to go up here. But in order to go up here, they got to get past this little mini auction, if you will. And then if we break past here, then we're going to go up here, and I'll start to play this. So I play these little profiles, these little sub profiles within the day And I just treat that as kind of my support and resistance, and I just watch, what the participants are doing. So that's kind of how I do that. Now
I might be getting
Crazy
short here
how
with
much
you
information.
I just got short.
It's crazy how much information. Oh. Do you want to?
Yeah, you could switch over.
Paul, did you say you just got short?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On gold?
No. On the MES, I got short at 6308.
Oh, so you're with me now.
So I'm joining you. Yeah, I just joined you on that. Cool. Gold is kind of starting to spike a little bit, and I'm thinking, and just like you're saying, we're kind of like at the top of a range here. Like now we have a pretty nice distribution that's formed on the day, and I'm looking. I would like to see a little kind of like a scalp back into that point of control as well. I think that looks pretty nice here. So I would probably, I'm risking 4 points because I have my stop at 63.12, and I'm gonna look for 6,300 as my take profit.
Yeah, your stop's like right near mine. I'm at 11 3/4 or whatever. We're right there. That's funny. But it's the other thing that I do have to I take into consideration, because I really don't trade time. But I do. There are things that I do notice about time during the day. Obviously, I do trade the first hour with the initial balance, so I do look at that, and I mainly just look at that as kind of a start to what kind of day we're going to have. Whether we're going to have a trending day, or we're going to have a mean reversion day, or just a total rotational day. Outside of that, it's been really crazy. It seems like since the last 9 months or so in the ES, these algos are coming in like every 30 minutes, or certainly at the top of every hour. And if I was in a trade prior to, 19 minutes ago, it's 11:19 where I am. So what is it? Almost 2 o'clock for you guys, or whatever it is. So for you, Paul, anyway. But I would notice it'd be a heavy reaction right on the minute, and then I would wait until it settles down, and then I'd kind of reevaluate. But there's been these things with these algos. Obviously, power hour, the last hour gets a little crazy. We're here, so I think we're at Friday. The fact that we've been hovering up here, we haven't broken out. All we did was came up and retested the overnight high last night. We did not make new all-time highs, and the all-time high we reached yesterday, is that it? I don't know, right? We may keep going and melt up for another freaking 500 points. Who knows? But maybe for now, and maybe with some of the tariff stuff that's coming out, people are sitting and waiting, and I think that's what's going on here. There's no real news that's coming out. There's nothing else left to do today, barring tweets and crazy stuff, right? But there's no reason. So it's just, I don't know. But all I could do is trade right now if I'm in a trade. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. The ES has been, well, not just the ES, but NQ as well. But I've noticed the ES this year has been insane. I mean, I know we had a whole tariff thing earlier.
Even since the election, right, in November.
Yeah, like even if we take away the big crash we had essentially earlier in April, it's just day to day. It's been different.
Exactly.
You have to be a lot.
It's different,
more
and we probably all traded through COVID. I've traded through the .com bust. I've traded through the financial crisis. I mean, they kind of rhyme in ways, but they're all a little different how they behave. But these V recoveries, like what we saw in COVID and what we just saw with the tariffs on April 9th, it's so fast and furious how it just reverts and just comes screaming back, right? It just crazy. It's crazy. And I think a lot of this, in my perspective, over the years, like when I came in to trading, day trading was just starting out. We didn't have a whole lot of online brokers. The internet was still like dial up and DSL, and you were limited to what you can do. Today, certainly in the last 5 to 8 years, with all of not only the prop firms that we enjoy, but just all the online brokerage and everyone working, you don't have to be on a pit. You don't have to be on a trade desk, right? You can be anywhere around the world. So there's so many retailers coming in, certainly since COVID, right? Everybody, either they can work at home, they can dabble and trade on the side, they can trade at night, they can do whatever. But we have so much of an influx of people trading Robinhood on their phone, whatever the heck may be, right? So it adds to more of this volatility that I think we see. If you get enough people, you get enough millions of traders, it can start to bounce things around a bit, just like it would be if you were a Citadel or something large, right? A big firm or BlackRock or whatever. That's just how I think. I don't know if it's true, but.
No, I think the same thing, especially in markets, especially when I think I think that's why there's a lot of retail traders that like to gang up on like lower liquidity names too, where they try to get that edge even more. Yeah, and you'll see some of those like sub $5 stocks that just get taken over by retail traders. And it's kind of like the self-fulfilling thing of like, well, there's not a whole lot of liquidity anyway, so all the retail traders get together and they make the move happen.
Yeah, everyone gets in, they can pump and dump it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just like, look at the GameStops and the AMC or whatever and all these. Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
I think that the NQ might melt. I think it might drop hard.
The ES is trying to come down here. We only have about 5 minutes left on this, but
yeah,
okay, here we go.
You guys are already in the NQ trade, so there's no point joining for the sake of the video. We're already in it, but I do think it's going to melt.
Right.
I'm seeing buyers trapped, and sellers are kind of chipping away at it, and
agreed.
They keep going in.
They just keep getting. The sellers are getting absorbed at the top here. They just keep coming in, and buyers are getting absorbed by the sellers. They just keep getting soaked up.
That's it. I think any moment it might not happen during this session, but it will just pop and
it will
melt down. We'll have that kind
you
of
guys. I was listening to you and Paul the other day. I don't know whether it was maybe it was Tuesday, but you guys were finishing the session, and I know, Sam, you're always like, you watch, as soon as we get off live, this thing's gonna move one way or the other, right? and sure enough, we were like, I think it was the day we were going for the all-time high in the ES. And I was trading my live account, and I was just like kind of chuckling to myself. And then you guys got off, and about 20 minutes later, it just started going up, and it did exactly what you guys were talking about. So funny.
Yeah. That was frustrating.
That made me laugh too.
Like,
it never fails.
I think I was getting visibly frustrated with the market during that session. Towards the end, I was just because it stopped me out to the T, and then I was like, yeah, but it's all fine.
I'll tell you what, you want to talk about frustrating. The ES moving diddly right now, diddly squat.
Yeah, but look, if you notice, I know it's been slow and painful, but if I was just playing this little, you look right here, this is the rotation we're talking about, this whole little thing right here. Oops, I moved it. Let me go back up. If you see it, right, we've just been kind of in and out of this. So you could have, on these candles or whatever, you could have waited for a move to get long. I know that's really counter, and it takes some, conviction to do this. But if it's not coming all the way down, this one almost came to point of control. You guys can't see my cursor, which is really crazy. But we came, move it like down here. Yeah, we see that circle. So, we tried to reach, and then we came back up, but I could have just been playing this to the bottom of this blue arc. I'll just draw it here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Like right here, right? And then just write it back up. So, but that's not enough for me. That's only 5 points. I don't know if that's enough risk reward to sit in it, but you can still scalp it.
Yeah, that's the thing is like that's exactly like where my brain is at is like, so technically I think if the trend was to continue, we could fall into that 304 area on the ES.
Yeah.
But and then it's only like roughly 1-to-1. For you, it's actually better because it's definitely better than 1-to-1 for you. But where I entered at 308, it's roughly 1-to-1.
Yeah.
And I'm essentially either going to get out at 1-to-1 if the volume just dies there and I don't see any follow through, or if I see the follow through, obviously I have a take profit at 301 essentially. So I'll just
I just moved both my contracts down, obviously into profit, and I'm just going to trail this just because we're going to get off the air here. So let's see a good move here, and I'm already $500 in profit. So
and I think
it took me out.
Oh, it just we just had a bit of a whip up.
It swept me,
but I think it will still melt.
I'm up about 1,500 now on the day. Well, that was good. So
Dang.
Is there news or something? We just had a massive whip.
Yep.
I still think it's going to drop down. I can see that buildup of pressure coming in. I think the move is happening now.
Yeah, something.
I just got out for the sake of whatever that was. I just took my 4 points, and I just was like, "All right, I'm getting out. See you later." I don't know what that was.
Yeah, I know.
I think
that was weird.
Big entities. Yeah, it just whipped. Crazy.
That was a
really crazy.
on the heat map and stuff. That was just a sweep. That was a stop pick sweep.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
100% you saw that. It took people out both up and down.
Yep. And what's so funny is if I didn't move my stop, I was trailing right there, right? Manually trailing it, and it just so happened to take me. But if I sat where I was, I would have missed out on a little bit. So, but look what it did. It came right down to this. Where's
the low volume.
It came right to here. It came right to here.
Yeah.
So the bottom of this little node, this little mini volume profile, right?
That's what I call gaps. So it's gaps in volume.
Yes.
Yeah, we are time. Well, guys, that was a really good session. Lots of trading, which is great, which is really good. Thoroughly enjoyed it, seeing all your analysis, and it
was fun. It was fun.
Rest of your day, evening.
Yeah.
And
I'm still in the morning, believe it or not.
That's I know, crazy.
Only by a half hour, though. Yeah, I'm sure you are. Iris too.
Oh, guys.
She's an hour ahead of you, I think.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Have a great weekend.
Guys.
It was fun.
Thank you. And everyone watching as well.
Take care, everyone.
Take care. We'll see you guys Monday, as always.
You got it.
Have a good one.
Hola Prime. Trade with transparency.